Alright, what's up everyone? So today I want to talk about the build diversity in New World um, and how crazy it is and how much fun I've been having with the Battlegrounds OPR and my enjoyment of the game. So right now there is a meta, of course. This is like running Dex in OPR, at least it's running Dex, so running musket and bow, getting your weapon attunement, getting like Vorpal or Enchanted, or both, getting weapon attunement, Vorpal, Enchanted, and then running a gem that also converts some of your damage. It's highly crazy right now. And then you can like glass cannon yourself, or you can do 300 dex, 150 constitution, or you could just go full on glass cannon and blow people up with a whopping 500 dex and just go crazy with it. However, you guys would know that I was using the bow for a while, the bow and the spear, and I have moved off from that to try and I've started to enjoy it a lot, the great sword and sword and shield. So right now there's a really popular build with the sword and shield where you can like dominate backlines by stunning them and then like instant killing them, basically pretty close to, with the heavy attacks. And so that's where this kind of came from, but it was more of an idea of just trying something different, trying something unique. And this is what really opened my eyes to the build diversity in this game. So right now, like I said, I'm using Great Axe. I think Execute is really slept on. Obviously, I know it's really easy to dodge, but I think that it is absolutely insane. And I think people are like sleeping on it right now. I think it's one of the best abilities in the game. It hits really fucking hard, and it can like full on like half health people, and just basically kill them if you're actually playing off the proc. But I've been using these, and I've been having a great time. They've been really fun in Battlegrounds. It's different than using the bow, of course, and it's just been a blast. My build is still being worked on, of course, so like you know, most of this is not very good, especially my axe. This could be a lot better. Thwarting Strike seems like it's definitely the play though, and Scorpio is fucking nuts. This sword, if you don't have it already, you should go out and farm it. It drops from the Scorpion boss and Brimstone Sands at the top. That spawns at, I think, at nighttime. That's where this drops. And then I have Mott's Scale, which also drops pretty close to the Scorpion. This one's pretty good. I think there's another one that people have talked about that's really good. I haven't got to that one though, but this one does the job pretty well, and I think it gets another perk. I might be off though. Could be wrong. I don't know if it will, but this one's definitely like really good, and definitely was something that I was glad to go pick up. It's pretty simple to farm, because a lot of the gear that I got, you can farm out in the open world. So this drops in Brimstone Stands from a Primus, somewhere, I think off to the side. I don't remember where. It's like on the left side of Brimstone, I think. This, like I said, drops in the Scorpion boss, and this drops near the Scorpion boss, like by some water. And then everything else, like in the armor section, is just like this drops from Genesis, and this is all just like stuff that I had or got off the trading post. These, however, drop from Haka or Heka. So you definitely should go farm these. These are really good. Shrieking Fortification is really nuts right now, for melee users, and so I definitely recommend that. It's just got a bunch of great perks on it, and yeah, and it's just a bonus because you can farm another ring from that boss as well. You'll notice that I don't have the gem slots filled just because I was a little unsure if I was gonna keep this gear. I'm still trying to upgrade them to legendary, or golds, oranges, whatever you want to call them. I call them legendaries. Weapons and armor, so I can have a full legendary setup. But yeah. Next up, we have the Chain of Zane. I believe this drops from not Genesis, Lazarus. So I definitely recommend you go and get this. You can obviously change that with anything you is better or more fortunate, because like I said, I think that personally, luck doesn't even need to be on this. If you could get keen, I don't know if the keen awareness can drop on this, but if it can, you don't want that, for example. But yeah, and then I've got Heart of Heka. This is what I mean. This is the other thing that you can farm while farming the regular pants. This has slash damage on it. Refreshing is great, and leeching. Leeching is just kind of an afterthought, but it's pretty good. Just an added bonus. If you don't want that, then you can always go for that smooth bone ring. I don't even know when this drops. I just have it. This one gives you a hardy and keen awareness as well, so it ends up being pretty good. Also, both these drop with gems in them, so that's up for you to decide. But I definitely think Ring of Heka will end up being better. Keen awareness is great, but the critical multiplier on the axe is only about 1.3. Then you add an extra 10%. It doesn't end up being too much, but you can always just factor that in. It's pretty good damage, but you know, that's your decision to make, I guess. But I just went for the slash edge instead. I know that there's a Legate ring out right now, and a ring of like Madrigal or whatever, that have keen awareness and slash. Those are going to be receiving a nerf to remove the keen awareness on them, because that's perk is not supposed to be on them, I guess. So you know, is what it is. My earrings aren't special. I'm working on farming a pair of earrings that have refreshing, I think, refreshing, hearty toast and something else, and they're strength earrings. They're like Rudiger's earrings, I think. So that's what I'm working on right now. But other than that, in PvP I've been seeing a lot of diversity. So a lot of people right now are running the Great Hammer. It's absolutely fucking insane what some of these people are doing with this Great Hammer. Like, I've seen people like straight up walk into these groups and like stun them and then like cleave house. It's insane. My friend is going for a leeching build, so a lot of my gear, some of my gear has leeching on it, but he's taking the great sword and he's working on leeching. He's doing some crazy stuff. I've been seeing builds on YouTube of Blunderbuss and greatsword. I've tried Blunderbuss, Ice Gauntlet, tried Ice Gauntlet, Void Gauntlet. That's pretty common though. I saw somebody today running Great Axe Life Staff. He was keeping himself alive in the battlegrounds. You think that wouldn't be even in the OPR? You think that wouldn't be happening, but it wouldn't work out that well. But it was doing great. I've been getting blown up by Fire Staff users. I don't know what is going on lately, but Fire Staff is crazy. Fire Staff and like literally anything. You could run Fire Staff and Void Gauntlet maybe, because then it gives you the buff when you're sitting in the circle. I don't know if that's if the targets are in the circle. No, it just gives you, yeah, you could just put the circle down and rune. You can put the rune down and the circle and get a damage bonus of like 40%. That would be kind of crazy. The life staff rapier combos are fucking nuts. You'll see a lot of people running this. A lot of people like to run the rapier with the bows, with the ranged weapons. But the life staff and the rapier, people have been doing some crazy things with that lately, and it's been going wild. I will say that a lot of what you're going to see right now in the battlegrounds is light equip loads. Some people that are playing Bruiser, so they'll either have like a great axe, and then a hammer, or some sort of just like heavier weapons, will be running medium equip loads, min-maxing. You'll see that I have to actually, I can only wear one heavy and a bunch of other mediums because Sword and Shield. But they are actually doing some crazy things right now with the Bruisers. And I'm seeing people go in with these builds and like 15v1, and it's really cool, and I think that it's actually quite interesting, because it literally is like Guts from Berserk. Like, they just go into these like fucking groups, like a great sword or whatever, and they just start wailing and they just like dodge, and it's crazy. Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video on that. Before we go though, I do want to talk about how's my enjoyment of the game gone up. Because, if we look here, I now have 198 hours on the game, which is actually crazy. Yeah, so, you'll see that has probably gone up a lot since my last video. And has my enjoyment gone up? Yeah, my enjoyment's gone up considerably. I feel like when you're first getting introduced to endgame, it's a little bit overwhelming, and there's a lot you have to take in. You're grinding expertise. You're grinding this, you're grinding for better gear, you're doing this, that, and the other. There's a lot, you gotta learn about all of it. But as you progress and play the game, it becomes a lot simpler. And now that I'm at 600 expertise, I just enjoy the game. I log in, I go farm some items, maybe run a dungeon or two, or an expedition or two, and then spam out PvP. Or, depending on other people, I see a lot of people log in, farm, maybe do PvP. A lot of them don't like to. A lot of people seem like they don't like to do PvP. They go, and they run dungeons. Non-stop expeditions constantly, back to back, bang, 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 bang. And there's people that are pump out these mutations, people that farm out life skills. It is crazy. It's a really enjoyable game. It's definitely gone up. I think now I probably would stop rating it and like telling you guys what I think about it. If I had to like finish rating New World after playing it for 200 hours, without even leveling everything up, without even like experiencing every aspect of the game, I think there is an experience at the current time with like not having max crafting and stuff. I have to say, I think I sit comfortably at like New World being like an 7 or 8 out of 10. It's not like a perfect game, but it's a very fun game. And if you want to invest your time in something and feel the progression, this game will definitely do it for you. At this moment where it's very lackluster, like leveling from 45 to 60, and leveling weapons can feel extraordinarily slow sometimes. Expertise grind seems like it's got a diminishing return, but I think that's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. But it's whatever. But I just like that there's build diversity. And like I said, there is metas, and there always will be metas in any game you play. But the meta doesn't seem like it's always being enforced. It seems like it's constantly changing in this game. Like literally all the time is the meta changing. But this one, it's played pretty significantly with bows and muskets being absolutely fucking crazy. However, there's builds to counteract that, like the one I was talking about, the sword and shield, and other things. But yeah, guys. I know that it was a short video, and you know, it is what it is, but I just want to talk to you guys about that. And yeah, guys, hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you guys.